again, yeah, you have this connection with this prima mater. I think like also when I use women in my art, you know, it's like there's man is of course something different, but every human being came out of a woman's body, you know. So there is this very old thing that we are attracted. Every human being is attracted to, and it has some kind of a weird relationship to the woman's body. And the first artifacts, there were a lot.
Oh yeah.
I mean.
Venus figure.
So yes. So because that's what I in my head nurse project, that's what I tried. Of course, I didn't do it from in the beginning very systematically, but from the beginning when I was a kid, really I thought being an artist was drawing nude people. Mm-hmm. That's why I went to the academy, really to be able to draw nude people. Mm-hmm. And but then when I left the academy, you didn't have any models anymore, so that's why I bought these magazines, you know, to have models to be able. But then after a certain while of dealing, they always triggered my imagination, like the way they are being reproduced in the magazines, you know, the way they look at the onlooker, the way they are presented by the photographer, the way the layout is made, they are put together, and so also the positioning of, because sometimes there's a lamp, sometimes but it's always a bit a lamp or something phallic. There's always weird things happening in these, and then I found when I had a lot of magazines after. I think I have 150 different ones, and it's until the sexual revolution. But then I found out there was some kind of a system in these works, in these images. And when you work with them, and I made like maps in my computer. I started in 1990. Yeah. I divided them in like nude with belt. Yeah. It's weird. You have a lot of nude women only with a belt on it. And then like touching one breast and then looking like that. And, but then after a while you see that there's a connection between these very old goddesses, like the Nutrix, or in Mesopotamia, the way the women presented themselves in those. So they still refer to this very old imagery that is in our genes, but it's of course to make some to emerge some kind of an artificial lust. I mean also. Why is it so? Had it become so present? It has also to do with the war. Mm-hmm. It has to do with the war, and this was, of course, what interested me a lot. This connection between technology and nudity. You know, showing nudity, using nudity for commercial purpose. And as some of the magazines that I use here now in this show are just recent magazines of 3-4 years ago that were made like in Berlin. And
we saw this
it's like nude women. It's not a nude magazine. It's just a fashion magazine. Yeah. They are nude and you only have boots, and it's about the boots, you know. Yeah. It's just to sell boots, and I think how far can you go in selling, in finding new ways of selling boots. And what is it about? It's not about the boots. It's not about the women. It's about something else. And it's in using these because they are quite very expensive. Also, these magazines, like $20 or so. And then you look at them, and it gives you some kind of a surrogate feeling of lust. And then I want to use that. And I want to, in using and reusing and perverting these images, I start to get some kind of a contact with the filters that were being made. That's what interests me, you know, on a philosophical and psychological way. These filters that are built in to make these things. Why are they made? And it's not that I have a moralistic standpoint, but it just intrigues me. I'm attracted to it, and I want to work with this fascination. That's it.
So I guess I'd like to